so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Watson off play action. Out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
But has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Now this throw caught left side. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one, 48 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue...
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Watson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Now the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second...
by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Kaimi Fairbairn now to attempt the Texan field goal. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Touchdown, defense.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Burnett on the tackle. It's a
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. DJ Reader drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up fourth down. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On 2nd and 7, Watson forced out to his left. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Good set. Great team. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I got it.
On first down, it's Watson. And an alley to run. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On 2nd down now. Hyde. Carlos Hyde. See you later. Touchdown, Houston. Carlos Hyde. 34 yards as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey that's called a hat trick and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum,
skirt
filet
steak,
at maximum.
You can't give the guy a skirt steak.
That's
He
true.
scores 3 times.
Filet,
There you go.
10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine. From the gun, here's Watson. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Check 50. Check 50.
They'll try and run some clock now with McCoy. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
And sometimes things come together exactly like you want. It's not just been the volume of carries he's had in this contest. It's been the production as well.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40.
That's going to be a long day.
Now they'll try and run the sweep to McCoy. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 34 yards there and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock.